Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another round of 16 match of Resurrection Cup. I'm your streamer, Affirm Cheese, and also your caster for today's matchup between the 7th seed Halcyon versus the 10th seed Gentleman. I'm just going to call him Gentleman. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But it looks like we are going through warm-ups here. It looks like, if you have not seen this map before, is Victims of Contingency. It's a 200 BPM stream burst heavy map here. So yeah, but while they go through warm-ups, we could go over the teams here. First from Halcyon, the captain RedJ. He's gonna be accompanied by his teammates Taro, Creepy Reader, Kana, Almighty Door, Bashiman, Cub Blaze, and Skyla. And from the 10th seed Gentleman, fgsfds. Captain's gonna be Rizoa. He's gonna be joined in by Anesthetic, Spine Sight, Uzuha, Eddie, Dito, Chilier Pair, and Rafgio. These guys are these teams are very close in seeding here. Kind of almost equal across all skill sets. But there are some noticeable things about these two teams. Here at Halcyon, it's going to be better in the aim/speed department. While Gentleman's going to be a little bit better on some of the high CS precision maps / kind of like ET aim. But both teams are going to be very, very equal across kind of like the alt style picks here. But yeah, going through this little warm up here. You only see like 3 players in the warm up lobby. I believe what I saw in the chat earlier, Halcyon has 3 ready and 2 others I guess are in other current matches from what I saw in the chat. Gentleman does have at least 5 people who are ready to go. I imagine that they're probably warming up and probably playing solo mode, practicing the map pool right before getting into it. And ResCup23 is not having a fun time here. On the, I believe, I forgot what the diff name's called, but it's like the 6.2 star one. I think it's not hard on the aim. It's pretty much just gotta tap 200 to 220 BPM. On that, it's pretty easy to aim. I think RedJ is actually still on the FC here, going with the hidden modification. Suzuha obviously broke earlier, and man, I think the only reason why RedJ is doing well is because his teammates doesn't have a full roster at the time here. Just realized Raph is actually using Hard Rock here. Along with the OD, the spacing is going to be higher for almost all the patterns. It looks like oh, okay, yep, they all map ended by 3 failures. Alrighty, all done with warm-ups here. That was actually the second warm-up. Now we're about to get in the pick ban phase here. RedJ rolling a 95, all but guaranteed, almost guaranteed him a 95% chance of winning the pick ban cycle here. It looks like I think ResCup23 is going to be acting captain here. Do not see Rizoa anywhere to be found, or Zuzaha. Just roll the 25 points, certainly 70 points lower than RedJ. Clear an utter defeat in the roll phase. Well, it looks like RedJ will be going with the first pick here, which leaves Zuzaha, or the Gentleman, to decide the pick and ban, or the ban order here. I did probably something like second ban. That's typically the go-to with picking the ban order. Yep, second ban, which leaves RedJ with the first ban. And I think they might ban out one of the precision picks, either be No Mod or Free Mod 3 or Hard Rock 2. Be my best guess if we're looking at qualifiers. Maybe something from the reading category, but I'm not quite certain. But 3x3 and Heroic 2, I'd say it'd probably be the most effective bands here. I expect this matchup just to be pretty much a very tight-knit battle here. It may even hopefully go to tiebreaker if that's the case. But it all starts here with the ban phase. Make sure that, you know, you ban out the best possible map against your opponents. Still waiting. I think RJ's probably, if I had to imagine, probably writing down the time right now to make sure that I can get at least a 4-player roster here. Halcyon can't get a 4-player roster here, then Diamond may be declared winners by forfeit, which would be very, very unfortunate to see here. But it's gonna be Halcyon gonna have DT too. It's gonna be, well, it's more finger control, not too speed oriented, but that makes me wonder that the people they are missing are probably the speed players. It's obviously going to put them at a huge disadvantage if you don't have your regular rosters here. Yeah, it's only going to be one ban. Reggie, questions? That's going to be up for Zuzaha ban, and you know, without full rosters here, I'm kind of curious on what they could ban. It's a kind of a surprising ban coming from Halcyon with DT2. Makes you think that they're maybe not going to ban DT3 now. Especially when you have someone like Eddie on Team Gemma, who's a very, very good speed tapping player. Oh, they may ban out something like, probably something Amy. Probably going to go with like, feel like I don't want one hit or hit him one. But Jay being a very good hit and aim type player here. Probably gonna possibly run down timer also. Maybe get 2 minutes. I think both these teams are going to be probably not, maybe scraping bottom barrel is not the way to put it, but these guys aren't at full strength here, and I can imagine why it's probably taking a little bit longer on these bans here. They gotta, because each team doesn't know who's missing and who's present, and you know, we get 2 DT bans here, DT 1 and 2. Got the aim and finger control out of the question here. And that's gonna be a first pick from Roger's team, Halcyon, and I'm still not quite certain they even have their full roster here at this time. I imagine that they're probably gonna run down the timer here and make sure give them the best possibility of getting a 4-player roster. I think that gentlemen, they at least have 4 people here if I'm not mistaken. A bunch of DT haters here. But no, but Roche is going to actually be going precision. I'd say that this is kind of playing the hands of Junman's team. All right. Halcyon, if I had to guess on who they might play, I think Rudge is probably going to be a core player here. I think it's actually going to play every map. I had to guess. Boschman, pretty good at some of these mechanics, some of the HR2. As far as their third and fourth goes, no. Usually it's something like, I believe a Mighty Door might come in, hero play, and maybe even Creepy Reader. But then again, I don't know who they have here. But as far from gentlemen, I think Eddie is going to be a core player. No, those Suzahas here, and RafGP. I really don't know who else is present for this matchup. I think we're gonna find out once we get started here. But from Halcyon, if Kablaze on team, I believe Kablaze does he does play Hard Rock here, or at least dabbles in it. I believe this Hard Rock 2 is kind of a little bit on the alt side here. Makes the precision aspect a lot harder with the type of patterning here in HR2. Forgot to mention that this is a winner's bracket match, so no matter who comes out victorious, both players will be guaranteed to play in the quarterfinals next weekend here. Seeing some good luck, have funs in the chat here, signifying that we're about to get started with our first map on Hard Rock 2. Alrighty, from Team Halcyon, we will have Taro, Rudge, Bashi, and Kablaze. And from Gentlemen, we're going to have RafGPO, Dito, Eddie, and Spines Knight. So, see some early misses from a lot of players. Taro, Bashi, Rudge, Raf, Eddie, and Dito all losing their FCs. Now 1-1 on Spines Knight and Kablaze. We do see the break from Kablaze and Spines Knight. It looks like the combo advantage will be on Halcyon with Boschman's 300 combo lead here. And along with, accuracy wise, it's really hard to say, but Halcyon does have almost a 200k score lead, but that's gonna go away here real soon with multiple misses coming from Taro, Bashi, and Kablaze. But unfortunately for Gentlemen, Eddie is the only one with any sort of combo here. So they won't be able to do, claw back into that score lead that Halcyon has achieved. Still about a 200k difference and not much map left. Got like 6 in the map left. And I think this all of it's still for Halcyon. I think they will be taking their HR2 pick here. I don't think there's really any possibility of a last second comeback here, especially with really not too much combo inside of Gentlemen. And it's going to be a clean first point for Halcyon. Next pick will be going to Gentlemen here, and I highly doubt with the DT1, DT2 picks, I highly doubt we're going to go with a sort of speed here. next pick on Gentlemen. I think probably not gonna go with any hard rock here. I think something kind of test the waters here. Maybe something like Fremont 1. And test out some alt here against Halcyon. See where they're at here. Coming out of qualifiers, it does kind of look like it should be kind of even alt-wise depending on who they have here to play for each team. But yeah, looking at the qualifiers, these teams are not at full strength. I will guarantee you that. Looking at that Hard Rock 2, they did not have the normal players in coming from each team. Usually I don't see any signs of Sweek though. He's one of those core players for Halcyon, that in Kama. But it looks like we are getting hit in one. Going with the hidden aim here. Or who could possibly roster from Halcyon if they are here. Imagine probably gonna see some, obviously Red J, but if Kama, Sweek, or Skylar or Scylla in here, I do not expect really a very strong hidden one performance from Halcyon. But from Gentlemen, probably gonna see Raf GPO, Dito. I don't know if Chillier is here. If Chillier's not here, then it's probably just gonna be Eddie and Spineside again. I do believe Dito is here. And if Halcyon really is only really playing with 4 players, we're probably gonna see Kablaze, Reggie, and Bosch again. We do see no Eddie, and it looks like Creepy Reader is actually going to be in here. So quite possibly Red J, Creepy Reader. Alright, seeing those half runs in chat here. Looks like about to get ready. From Halcyon, we're going to have Kablaze, Drudge, Creeper Reader, and Taro. And from Gentlemen, we're going to have Rafchi, Dito, Eddie, and Spineside. And no surprise to see Eddie in here is a very strong hidden aim player. The first break's coming from Taro and Spot, and going to be traded by Spineside. But with an even performance like that, and Eddie breaking looks like relatively on air, and it's going to be followed up by Raf GPO. Halcyon is going to be getting that really combo advantage here. We find a break from Creeper Reader though, and it's going to be 2 FCs to 1 in favor of Halcyon. And the first guy here, we find another miss from Eddie. Rajay is going to be one of the big combos to break here. That's just Kablaze and Gentlemen lost their last FC, and Kablaze, only player in the lobby to be holding a big combo right now. And now Halcyon having just over 100k advantage right now. I do not know what's going on with Roger right now. Taro with a very good supporting combo, and it's really no combo outside Judgment to be seen. And it looks like, Halcyon's just gaming. At this point, it's going to be real easy to do some major damage to Judgment. We do find Kablazo finally dropping her FC. And Taro is actually going to be following up Kablazo. There's really no combo to speak of anywhere. Red J and MapGP do have the highest combos with just under 300. But it's certainly not going to be enough to turn around 200k, especially with about a quarter of the map left. And after that break section, I think it's all but sealed here. I got a 300k difference in favor of Halcyon. Not much combo inside Judgment to really make up for it. Just a formality at this point for Halcyon to just finish out the map, and gonna be looking forward to get their first break point and second point in the match. Rajay still holding, I think this is actually the highest combo that we've seen in Hidden One, and he breaks it right before the end. It is going to be Halcyon's next pick here, and I think they might use the aim. Really, no one's not looking too comfortable here. Alright, it's going to be Halcyon's next pick here. I think, actually, may go Horok 1 or No Mob 1. I think Halcyon's just going to abuse an aim here for here on out. Then again, it's really hard to say out a full roster here from each team. I think Hidden 2 is actually kind of a possibility here. I don't think either players actually has your core reading players present for this matchup. It's unfortunate things about team size 8 that there's just never going to be a perfect schedule for everyone to be present, especially in these earlier rounds. It looks like Halcyon ran out of time. On this pick, I wonder if Petty, the referee, is going to be enforcing that timer and take away Halcyon's pick. And it looks like he actually will be going to Gentlemen here, losing their pick. Rajay pleading his case to Gentlemen here to pick DT3. with these badge tournaments, it's very imperative that the forum posts and rules are enforced very strictly to make sure that everyone gets the same experience here. But we are still waiting for a pick from Blue, or from not Blue, Gentleman. Unfortunately, that means that looks like we're gonna be waiting 4 minutes just to see a pick from one of these sides. And honestly, I don't know what Gentleman's gonna go for here. Maybe even Fremont too. They did lose on Precision, so probably not. I don't think they have their hidden roster fully present here. Not Fremont 2, I meant Fremont 3. But Fremont 2 is actually speed. And I think they're gonna probably avoid speed, knowing that halcyon try to pick DT3. Actually do go with hidden 2 though. Double picking into hidden. Going with the AR8 reading. Both these teams are, I guess, quite even when it comes to reading, depending on how I've rostered here. Definitely gonna see plays Bashi and Creepy Reader, and if I just remember, Creepy Reader is actually Swick, so yeah. I see Swick, Bashi, Kablaze, and I don't think I've seen Scylla yet, so probably gonna be substituted for either Red J or even Taro, I believe, are the other two choices. Gentlemen, I believe I did see a Anesthetic in the chat, so I think Anesthetic gonna be here. Rapchi, PO, Spinesight, and Dito. Those were the players that played from qualifiers, and I do know those players are all here, so I think that's what we're gonna see for Hidden 2. I imagine after this Hidden 2 pick, Halcyon's probably gonna be in the best interest just to go with the instant DP3 to make sure that they don't lose their pick 2 times in a row. They essentially lost their advantage on their breakpoint to Gentlemen by not make sure that they put in the pick correctly. To be quite honest, you even have to be a Red J to make the pick. Could have been someone else who knew what was going to get picked next. Seeing the good luck have fun in the chat here. I mean, about to get ready, and Scylla is gonna be here. So both teams having, it looks like, almost a full roster for Hidden 2. So this should be quite an even Hidden 2. I think it's probably gonna be one of the closer maps that we see here. It looks like Gentleman does have their roster from qualifiers. Got Rafji, Dito, Aesthetic, and Spinesight here. We'll get through the intro, no problem. And we are seeing 2 SSs on the side of Halcyon, which obviously is going to give them the 20,000 point lead there. Not too much. I think this Hidden 2 is a little bit more accessible than most I've seen. And we're going to see Swick and Dito with the first breaks here. It's going to be keeping it quite even. And we're going to see a triple break coming from Gentleman, Anesthetic, Spinesight, and Dito. And it's going to be traded by no one. Huge advantage now getting into this PI for Halcyon. Still Bashi and Kablaze still on their FCs here. With pretty high accuracies. And now Gentlemen's put at a huge disadvantage as they only have one FC on their side, and unfortunately, it's at RAFG is at a 94%, which not going to be doing much for the team. And we're going to see two big breaks come from Halcyon. Scylla and Bashi break on the exact same pattern. It looks like it wasn't really traded by anyone from Gentleman. This could be the break that Gentleman needed. Unfortunately, with RAFG PO not having grave accuracy, it's not going to be that easy to turn on score, especially if play still holding the FC and plenty of supporting combo coming from Creepy Reader. But it looks like Gentleman it looks like they locked and loaded a very good counterattack though. They're gonna have to FC though to the end if they really want to turn this around. But without good accuracy, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it. There's really not enough map left, in my opinion, for a turnaround, but I think it's gonna get really close so as we get closer and closer to the end. But Spine Sign Dito and Wrath GPO absolutely have to hold their current combos. And there's a break from Kablaze. This actually may turn around and break from Creeper Reader. The two big combos from Halcyon. Do you find a break? Oh no! And a four-way break from Gentleman all but seals it. How unfortunate. They had the best opportunity in the world to get a point here. Unfortunately, a four-way break absolutely crucified. Apparently, this wasn't really a break point since this was supposed to be originally Halcyon's pick. But nonetheless, they do make it 3-0, and with, I believe it's actually going to be Gentleman's pick again, if I'm not mistaken. Referee saying that it's going to be Gentleman's pick again. As an advantage for disadvantage of losing a pick is that the other team gets 2 picks in a row, essentially. And yeah, they did went on precision and low AR reading. I think ResCup23 might be the play here, or the move here for Halcyon. Actually 3 picks in a row. Oh yeah, you're right. They will be getting 3 picks in a row. Looks like instead of the anti-mod 3-mod-3, we are getting the no mod 4 tech from oh wait, I don't know what I was thinking. It's not Halcyon's pick, it's Gentleman's pick, but they are going for tech though, and for the no mod 4. It's a very mechanic heavy tech game map, very tapping oriented. At around 210 BPM, if I'm not mistaken. It's at 200 BPM. Very tap heavy, no mod 4. On paper, this should be Halcyon favored. From Halcyon, probably gonna be Scylla, Bashi, Swick, or Creepy Reader. I don't think Kama's here, so it might be a Red J filling in for Kama. And from Jumpin', we're gonna RAFG PO Dito. And unfortunately, they don't have their main tech players here, so maybe probably gonna see Anesthetic. And I don't know who their 4th would be though. Probably Spire Saint or Suzuha, maybe even Eddie. both teams to get their rosters in here that we don't have too much time left. Alright, seeing the Gulak have fun in chat. I'm about to get No Mod 4 underway. From Halcyon, we will be seeing Kablaze, Bashi, Scylla, but instead of Squeak or Creepy Rear, we're going to see, looks like Kama is going to be present for this match. So it looks like Halcyon does have their full roster here today. For gentlemen, we're going to see Rapchi, PO, Spine Science, and Dito, and it looks like we'll be having Eddie in here. You know, Eddie in No Mod 4 does make sense since this is a little bit of a tapping heavy map, along with the huge sliders here, cut sliders. We'll be seeing the early breaks from Dito and Cell at the moment, along with Bashi. Eddie will be trading Bashi's break here. It looks like it's going to be 2 FCs to 1 in favor of Gentlemen. They begin their early point lead. This is going to be the shortest map of pool, I believe, at around like a minute 57 seconds. And it looks like no one outside Gentlemen hits the streams except for Eddie, and neither does Halcyon. Right now it's Eddie and Kama with the biggest combos for the team here, but better supporting combo from Gentlemen. Looks like, well, not better supporting combo, my apologies, but looks like Halcyon's going to be able to kind of tug that score lead back to them with better supporting combo on the side of Halcyon. But essentially, Eddie's gonna have to hold through this last PI here, and oh my god, I'm so sorry, Eddie. I pretty much cursed you. But with that break from Kama, I don't think Halcyon's gonna be able to hold this lead here, especially with Bashi. And Bashi had a poncho break. Bashi's still holding, and I think that was a real break. Biggest combo on Scylla right now. And it looks like it still could be close here. I think this is going to be the last hard pattern here. And yeah, it looks like Halcyon looks like might be running away with it. It's really hard to say with all the combos on the board here, especially on Spine Sign and Eddie again. But I don't think Gentlemen has the scoring combo they need to really tug the score lead back to the side here. It looks like Halcyon will begin the 4th point in a row here. Gonna be putting them at match point. And Halcyon, after 3 picks in a row for Gentlemen, they finally be able to pick their own pick here. I think it's gonna be DT3 this time around. And by the looks of chat here, DT3 does look to be the pick, as Roger would have won it the first time around. Gentlemen unable to secure at least 1 point so far. This is going to be the speediest map in the pool here with the highest BPM. I believe it's going to be 280 here if I'm not mistaken. 270. I think 280 is probably going to be next weekend. Now, I don't know what this banter is going on in the chat here, but it's wild. Okay, starting to see the good luck, have fun in the chat here. About to get this DT3 underway and to kind of look at all around, especially for Halcyon. Definitely gonna see Kama, Raja, and Swick. Don't know who their fourth could be for speed down on Gentleman. Definitely gonna be seeing Eddie. And I'm not really familiar with the other players and their speed capabilities. I think they're gonna go probably with their highest skill cap players, I imagine. And looks like Halcyon, their fourth is going to be Taro. And for Gentleman, Eddie's going to be in here along with Amacetic, Crafty, Pio, and Zuzuha. Halcyon's actually got a really solid speed roster for his tournament here. Reggie will be the first one to break though. Ranked so far, unfortunately. But about to get in the first chorus guy section here. A little bit of on the aimier side. Got a lot of geometrical shaped jumps here. And looks like Gentleman having no problem getting through that first guy. Also FC and oh my god, I don't know what happened to Taro there. But he finds a break and adds 4 FCs to 2. Favorite Gentleman. And now it's going to be just real easy work for Gentleman if they just can hold through these slower sections. They are making quick work with that score here. Already almost 300k in the lead. Probably the biggest lead that Gentleman has held all match. Now again, it's the next guy part. Like I said, very aim-oriented. Rafji Pio will be the first one to break on the side of Gentleman. PP Reader and Kama still holding their FCs. Red J with a good recovery on 400 along with Taro. So Gentleman really can't afford any misses, even though they do have 3 FCs on the board. They're still going to have to hold for a little bit while. We do find breaks from Eddie and Rachi Pio. Suzuha and Amacetic are on their FCs. Now with those breaks and Halcyon's supporting combos, Halcyon will be able to chip away that score lead, but I don't know if they have enough time or enough map to make the comeback here. And it looks like the score lead is actually growing. Suzuha does break the FC, but I think it's all but sealed from here. Creepy Rear did eventually break also. And it looks like we finally get a first point for Gentleman. Break point at that. I'm set. Only A rank in the lobby and only FC in the lobby. A rank, S rank. Will be Gentleman's pick next, and maybe they could go no mod 5, knowing that they won on speed. That is, like, I believe a lot lower BPM. So could make it easier for Halcyon to FC than that DT3, which had a lot of aim in it compared to other DT3s in other tournaments. It looks like Fremont 2 is actually going to be a pick here. I don't know if that's going to be a very strong... Actually, no, Fremont 2 speed. I keep on forgetting. But yeah, this Fremont 2 is certainly going to benefit Gentleman as they did win DT3. But with this being free mod, everyone has to be modded. And there has to be at least 1 hit and 1 hard rock. Imagine that the lineups are going to look relatively the same here. Halcyon probably gonna see Red J, Kama, and Sweet here. Well, Sweet wasn't the last time, but this is Fremont 2s are kind of Sweet's bread and butter here. gentlemen, probably going to see Zuzaha, Ascetic, FGP, probably the same roster that I saw for DT3. Fortunately, it looks like they don't have Chillier on their side, so I think they're going to have Eddie in here again. Chillier is actually really good at speed here. Unfortunately, it looks like he is not present today for this match. Obviously, I'm probably going to put Sweek, Reggie, still in Kama in there. But as far as mods could go, I'd guess Reggie's in here. It's probably going to go hidden. I think Sweek and Kama are going to be on the Hard Rock. It's going to be Reggie and Scylla on the hidden. Not quite certain for gentlemen though. I don't know what their preferred mods are. But seeing the good luck have funs in the chat here. About to get free mod 2 underway here. And it looks like it was gonna be Kama, Scylla, Sweet, and Reggie. Reggie and Scylla on the hidden, while Kama and Creepy Reader. Actually, Kama is only one on the Hard Rock. Creepy Reader, Swick is gonna be on hidden. For Hard Rock, we're gonna have Suzaha and Eddie. And ResCup23 Aesthetic on the hidden here. Actually, you see 3 Hard Rocks on the side, gentlemen. Both ResCup23 and Eddie will be going over modding here. Everyone making through this little intro aim section here, no problem. And now we get into the first disc spike here. And Amsec, Eddie are the only FCs outside of gentlemen. Only Creeper Reader with the FC here. And Eddie drops his FC, and now it's just Amsec with the big combo. Halcyon, all the pretty decent supporting combos for Swick at the moment here. So very close score-wise. Could be anyone's match at this point. Every break, every map drop really mattering. And Swick is going to be the first, going to drop his combo, his FC before Amsec. Instantly swings the score lead to gentlemen. And Amsec has to hold. Absolutely no choice for him to hold. We find multiple breaks come from all the supporting combos. And Amsec breaks on the slider portion. How unfortunate, but it is followed up by everyone else. So very close here, but Halcyon does take the score lead. I think there is going to be one more TI section here that would all but decide it on who takes this match. Seeing multiple breaks come from almost everyone here in this little tech section. We get a 4-way break from gentleman Scylla, not trading it though. Does hold the 400 combo, and I think that might decide it right there. Looks like Halcyon will be getting their 5th point on the board here and ending the match. Does find a break at the end, but it's just not going to be enough time for gentlemen to turn over with a map, time and map left. And that's just going to be GG's. Kama actually ending here with a SS. Not SS, what am I speaking? S rank here. And that's just going to be a W for Halcyon. Congrats on the win here. Gentlemen will be moved down to the lower bracket. And Halcyon will continue forward in the winners quarterfinals bracket. Alright, everyone, I've been Firm Cheese. It's been nice streaming. Next match, it looks like will be in 15 minutes. And that's gonna be, sorry, let me take a look. So that's gonna be between Maki Pro and Swagland, so stay tuned for that. We'll be leaving stream up for that, so take a good water break here and hydrate. All right, I'll see everyone later. Goodbye.
Hello. Can we hear me? Yes, we can. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So we are transitioning right into this match, Macapro against Swaglands. I am Subaru Rima, and today with me will be Affirmed Cheese casting this match. How are you doing? C12, yes, that is correct. Yeah. Yeah, definitely agree with that. On paper, this should be a relatively close match. I actually have the Macapro winning 5-2 in my pick'ems. If you haven't done them already, do the pick'ems. It's really fun. And yeah, to be honest, Team Swaglands, they have a couple of very good player and a bunch of other very decent ones. So I think even if they're obviously not the favorites entering this match, they probably will score a few points and have very close maps against Team Macapro. So looking forward to that. Yeah, this format is looking kind of intense. Sheox with the easy play. Yeah, your fingers are definitely warm after a map like that. That's insane. Is that an FC actually, like a low-ac FC? That's actually amazing. Yeah, too slow. Probably look out for him on those hard rock maps, as we can see. Yeah, Swaglands, they have a couple of previous OWC players for Team Canada, notably Sari and Vespirit. So those two also really going to be looking out for them. I'm reading in the chat. I'm reading in the chat that we can't hear you, Cheese. Apparently.
Whoops, I forgot to enable mic.
There he is. There he is. Yeah. Welcome back, Cheese.
Yeah, sorry. I was just kind of mentioning the line from Maki Pro, and they have a lot of star players here. They have 3 players from the Chinese OWC team. They have Kurumi or 234, David or Lolo 235. They also have Crystal here too. So a lot of stacked players. And it looks like Maki Pro is going to be very they're very tech heavy, very aim heavy players. And they're also really good at hard rock. So Swaglands definitely has an uphill battle against them, but it's not to say that Swaglands doesn't have any star players of their own.
Yeah, as you pointed out, having 3 of the big 4 Chinese players in their WC team is really huge, especially Crystal. Crystal looking out to be the big carry performance on Macapro. Such an insane player. And then you have kind of like those specialists like Wowie, also renowned gimmick, hidden, reading, everything kind of gimmick player from the USA. For a long time known as the Gimmick King, basically. So they have those all-rounders and those specialists, and you know they'll probably be able to build a scary roster on every map. And if we look actually at the qualifier scores, they have a couple of relatively close maps in favor of Macapro, like Nomad 3, DT1, DT3, that are about 100k difference or less. But the only map where Swaglands is actually ahead is on Nomad 2.
I'm actually quite surprised to see a Fremont 1 ban coming from Maki Pro. I think that would have been a map that they're actually better on. But I think Fremont 1 is kind of, I think it's a little bit alt heavy here. Definitely has the fast aim aspect, but yeah, I'm surprised not to see the flow aim get banned out from Swaglands here, or Makura I meant.
Well, it is the awkward flowing. Maybe on mods they don't really have the roster that they perfectly feel comfortable with.
But yeah, it will be Swagman's first pick. And I think they might go into Nomad 2 right off the bat since Maki Pro missed on the opportunity to ban that.
Hidden to ban. Pretty logical. I mean, Sweatlands, they do have a few decent hidden players, so it could have worked out, but this reading map is really intense and also really long for a reading map, so if you're not perfectly comfortable, it's understandable to ban it.
But still waiting on this decision from Swagman to see what they're going to go with here.
Swagland's picking first. Probably going to go... I believe they have a pretty solid DT roster, so maybe that could be an option. We didn't name speed or DT as one of the main strengths on Team Macro Pro.
I would say it's quite even, but depending on who's present for this match here, DT is definitely a route that Swaglands can go. It'd probably be more of a toss-up than anything, but I'd say it'd be a very strong first pick for them. But yeah, looking at that, maybe even Nomad 3, quite possibly. If not, they could go with Hard Rock, but I think Too Slow is really the only very, very strong Hard Rock player. And they go with the DT2, kind of more finger control slash speedier pick here.
Yeah, it's not too intense on the speed. It's more of a stream stamina map and also finger control, as you pointed out. And it's very readable, but it's just basically a stamina test. So luckily we got that insane warm-up for them. That's probably gonna help on the fingers.
Yep, and you know, kind of seeing on who might play this, at least from Maki Pro, probably gonna see Rundy in here, Ocarina, and I don't know who from, if there's gonna be like Kurumi or Crystal in there, quite possibly.
On Mac Pro, we could see someone like Kurumi for sure. Crystal, maybe not, but yeah, Rundy and Ocarina for sure. Especially Ocarina, probably gonna be the carry on that type of map.
Swaglands.
Speed roster.
Yeah, Swaglands. I think if we're going off what the qualifier roster was, I can see Spicy, Vesper, and Tuso in there. But they do have Unihall. I think he's a pretty good speed player. I think they might slot Unihall in there too.
Unihall could be an option. Yeah, Spicy and Vesper are definitely the two obvious ones for Swaglands. Would definitely only see, well, not only, but always see them on those DT speed maps, regardless of for which team they're playing. Very comfortable players on the skill set.
Seeing the
good lucks in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like we might finally get this first map underway here after a very, very tough warm-up map. I think by now, I think the players probably regain their stamina from the very fast stream stamina map.
I hope for them, because this is a pretty spicy opening pick.
It is, and I think, you know, if Swaglands does win this DT2, I think it's going to open up a lot of doors for plays like Nomad 5 or even DT3 too.
Yeah, this is a relatively speed-friendly pool. Not too much speed abuse, but there is some, especially considering none of the DTs were banned. So this could play in their favor, as you were saying. So we are getting to this map.
And
so far, so good for both teams.
Yep, everyone nails the intro. Maki Pro Swaglands really playing tug-of-war of the score lead right now. Sari is going to be the first one to break, though, right before the Ki section, and it's going to be Maki Pro's opportunity to kind of get some score lead, do some real damage to Swaglands, but we got no trades yet, and as I just said, that Rundy is going to trade that break from Sari, and now I'd say they're on equal terms right now, as we're about to come into this first Ki. Really haven't seen any big combo breaks or any other big ad drops coming from any of these players that are holding their FCs. And we see a break from Spicy, though, right in the easy section, too. Probably one of the worst places you could break.
This is detrimental to the kind of slow part of the halfway map. And sorry, he's going to break once again, so this is going to get the combo advantage further into Macapro's favor. Only one break so far on their side, and Rundy has started to recover, so it's basically their map to lose. Now Crystal is going to break, actually. This is going to even things out a little bit, but still slight combo advantage on Macapro on Rundy's recovery combo. 2 FC to 2. Actually, no, 1 FC to 2. Sorry, my bad. Done it, broke. So it's Agrina, all 2 for 5, holding on to the FCs against only 2 slow. And I think this is probably going to be a break point. It's already 300k difference.
Yeah, quite unfortunate for Swaglands here on the first pick here. Too slow, honestly. Unfortunately, the only player able to hold their FC to the very end here. And we do see multiple breaks coming out of Swagland. It's all but stealed it from here. Maki Pro still with, well, they don't have 3 FCs. They only have 2 FCs coming down to the last KI of DT2. And it looks like they're probably going to end it with around 3.3, 3.4 million team score, which honestly is just ridiculous in itself. But this type of performance you can expect from Maki Pro for a lot of these picks. They're definitely very, very well-rounded.
Yeah, the near 1 million win as a break point. Definitely quite the opening performance for Macapro into this match. Very, very impressive team score. And nice accuracy, lol. Anyway, this is going to be the opening breakpoint. Not too bad of a score on Team Swaglands. Unfortunately, not nearly enough, but you're kind of wondering why Vesper wasn't in for this. Like, he is comfortable on speed, so maybe this is just not his type of map. Anyway, this is going to be the early breakpoint and the early advantage for Macapro. They get their own pick now to follow it up and potentially get up to 2-0.
Sorry, about to get the map full screen up here. It kind of died on me, so I'm trying to get everything set up here again. Alrighty.
There we go.
It's gonna be Maki Pro's pick next. I think they may go for like Tech, no mod 4. If I had to take a stab at it.
Yeah, they do have a very impressive Nomad 4 roster. And we have quite the Nomad 4 this week in the map pool, actually. I'd really like to see it be played into this match. Which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only custom map of the Nomad pool.
Yeah, I believe Nomad 4 is... I think that actually might be more than Nomad 4.
In the Nomad pool only, I mean. Anyway, it's going to be Hard Rock 1 picked for Team Macapro. Also, in my opinion, a convincing pick.
Yeah, you got players like all the Lolos and Crystal. I can only assume that they're going to be in here.
But yeah, definitely, especially Crystal. Very, very competent Hard Rock player. Very, very scary Hard Rock. Would it be consistency or precision? He can do it all. And as a 4th player, who do we see? Team Macapro. Probably, I don't know. Maybe Rundy? Maybe Shiox?
Ocarina is really, really high skull cap, so maybe Ocarina.
Yeah, that would make sense too.
From Swaglands, it's a kind of unknown to me who Swaglands could possibly, slot here against Maki Pro. I think Maki Pro probably has one of the best Hard Rock teams in here.
Yeah, definitely. I probably see someone like Sari for Team Swaglands.
I think Spicy is going to be one of the core players for Swaglands, so I might see Spicy in here again. Maybe too slow.
As you pointed out, Macapro with the scary Hard Rock roster, I'd like to point out that on the qualifiers, they got 1st place on Hard Rock 1.
It's kind of surprising that Swaglands didn't ban out Hard Rock 1, to be honest. But Spicy will be the first one to find a break here. Everyone else let's carry us through the intro, no problem. And to this little slow section here.
This is a fairly low BPM map, lower than, for example, Nomad 1, so but it's pretty aim intensive to compensate that. Really starting to see the wide angle jumps. And some of the tricky bursty parts also can be very hard to hit. And we see Crystal actually dropping. Not the player I would expect to drop first on Team Macapro.
Yeah, for sure. Crystal's usually the carry player in most of the tournaments he plays in. And it's kind of even, actually not anymore. It's 3 FCs to 2 right now with a break from Gender Bender, Lineup, and Siri on the FCs. And we get a break from 234, which is also Kurumi. And now it's, I'd say it's kind of even right now, combo-wise. And I think Swagman should be able to, oh, never mind. We get breaks from Gender Bender, Vinop, and Siri, which is very unfortunate. That means there's no more FCs on the side of Swaglands, and we got 2 FCs on Ocarina and David.
David and Ocarina still with those 2 full combos out is widely in favor of Macapro on their own pick. Pretty reassuring. Had a bit of a scare with Crystal's early miss, but it's all good now. All in favor. It's their map to lose, basically. We do see a miss on David, so only 1 FC left, and there is some recovery on Swaglands, starting with Sari, Spicy, and Monopoly.
Yep, unfortunately, until we see a break from Ocarina, I don't know if Swaglands can do anything right now to chip away some of that score lead. Ocarina is holding down. We do see breaks from Gender Bender, Sari, Spicy, and Vinop. Pretty much a full board reset. Ocarina is the only player to actually make it out of that disc spike there, and he's still holding that FC. And never mind, he got tripped up on the space burst there, which is honestly not cool at all. who put that space burst there?
Even though he did finally drop the full combo, he did his job. I think it's going to be a 2-0 actually. There's no way Swaglands can bring this back. I mean, it's about a 200k difference, and there was basically a full lobby reset, so no combo to speak of, except for the slight recovery on Monopoly. That's not going to be enough in my opinion, so I believe this map is already over.
I think there's some possibility there if Sari and Spicy can, and there's a drop from Vinop, and yeah, that just seals the deal there. Vinop was the only
wasn't already over. Now it is.
I was about to say, they were chipping away at that that short score lead there, but yeah, it's all but sealed, nail in the coffin there. Maki Pro is going to be winning their own Hard Rock 1 pick. Gonna make the score 2-0.
I mean, they do take it, but not in the really convincing manner we were talking about earlier. Crystal, LOL 234, 235, actually struggling a little bit on this map. Not getting the super high carry scores you were expecting. Barely 400k for Crystal, actually. It is the win, but barely 2 million points on the team that got the #1 seed on Hard Rock 1 in the qualifiers is a bit unexpected. So if they're looking a little bit more shaky than usual, this might be an opportunity opener for Team Swaglands to take a breakpoint somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Hard Rock 2 is already banned out, so no more Hard Rock for Swaglands if they're going to try to go down that route. They may go somewhere like Fremont 1 next.
I mean, we do see the very consistent scores on Team Swaglands, actually. All 4 of them in the 400k range. So they're definitely not helpless on the Hard Rock skill set. However, this was enough to get the 2-0 lead for Team Macapro. The early lead we were expecting. They are the match favorites.
Yeah,
this could be the opportunity to strike back for Team Swaglands.
Yeah, they could maybe do like a little flow aim test here. Go with the Nomad 2.
Yeah, definitely. It was the only map where they came on top compared to Macapro in the qualifiers, Nomad 2, so it was relatively close. I think the gap was 60k in favor of Swaglands. So it is close, and this Nomad 2 this week is more of a stamina Nomad 2 type than really a flow aim one. I mean, there is some flow aim obviously, but the BPM increased from 185 last week to 200 this week, so it is definitely more of a stamina-intensive map.
For sure, and you know, relatively it should be slightly easier than qualifiers, No Mod 2, but still have not seen a pick from Swaglands yet, and I think No Mod 2 might be the strongest pick if they have the roster they need here.
They could definitely look to those tapping maps, No Mod 2, but also the remaining double time ones. So far it's been relatively close. I mean, at least on the second map, the first one was not really that close, but it's not looking helpless for Swaglands. I definitely think they can bring a point home on this next pick.
And it looks like we do go with one of our first or second tapping intensive map, No Mod 2, will be chosen by Swaglands.
Yeah, nice call.
Play for Swaglands, I think they're going to slot in too slow, probably Yunha. And I'm kind of not sure who the other guys could be. Could be someone like Spicy, maybe Gender Bender. I think Spicy might be in there, but Spicy's not too much of a tapping player.
Yunha's on Mac Pro actually. Swaglands, I guess we'd see Donnet and Vesperit for sure. Spicy. And I don't know for the fourth player, but they should be able to pull out a solid roster. And on Team Mac Pro, probably going to see Ocarina in once again.
Yeah, probably, yeah, Ocarina. I don't think Crystal's going to be on here this time around. She's not too much of a tapping heavy player. We're going to see one of the lows. Yeah, probably, I think more David, but I think David and Kurima are quite similar when it comes to tapping flowing maps.
Yeah, you have Grundy and Geox also.
Oh yeah,
players, very competent ones.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Rundy. I think we're saying Rundy. He's definitely going to be in here then. Germany's definitely known for their tapping intensive players.
Yeah, all across the ranking ranges, would it be 4WC, 3WC, 2WC, they always have a top tier tapping roster. And Geox and Rundy are actually two of the 4-digit World Cup members of Team Germany this year. Very, very strong tournament players. We should be getting into this map fairly soon. We are seeing the Glux in the chat, and there we go. Here we are. So I believe we saw a couple of early breaks.
I think it was for Bancho since it was reloading, but we do see a break from Ocarina. Early break though.
Traded though, too slow. Breaking as well. It is very early, but this map is actually very short, so even early breaks can mean the difference if all of the players were to hold combo.
It's only 200 BPM, very accessible for, I'd say, most of these players at this rank range should be able to hit 200 streams, at least at that BPM.
Yeah, this is going to be the consistency test on those streams.
After we get through this little aim section here, that's when it's pretty much going to be streams from here on out. And going to be starting off with 3v3 in the FC department here. Slight combo lead for Maki Pro. But
right
now we get into the stamina part.
And Donnet and both Genderbender also dropping. So now massive combo advantage for Maki Pro. This is not looking good for Swaglands. Ocarina is going to drop, but too slow is trading it with Donnet. It's only Vesperit against 3 full combos. And suddenly this is looking pretty bad.
Well, Rundy does find the break though. Yunha and David still with their FCs here. Note, and only one SP on Vesperit.
David finally drops his still the 1v1 with a slight recovery on Genderbender and Donnet, but it is still the score advantage Shari in favor of Maki Pro. It is relatively close, and Yunha drops. That could be the difference.
Vesperit still holding. It should. Oh no, Vesperit trades it right after. Oh no, I think Vesperit was the only hope for Swaglands.
Yeah, with the 500 combo on Ocarina, definitely looking pretty difficult. Too slow with the recovery, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. It got really, really close. If Vesperit had held through this stream part, it definitely would have flown back through to Swagland's side, but unfortunately not going to happen.
Only Vesper was, dropped after receiving the squirrely. Maybe Swaglands would have got the point here, but unfortunately Vesper just broke just a little bit too early to guarantee them a point. Yeah,
this was a very close map, though. Yeah.
I think it's the closest point we saw yet after Nomad 2.
Suddenly, it's looking a little bit dire for Swaglands over here. Macropro now with the second breakpoint up 3-0 with their own pick to come. The 4-0 opportunity. I would like to see Swaglands put a point on the board. They are playing pretty well. It's just not quite enough to match Macropro's scores, but on those last 2 maps, it was relatively close. I think they can do it.
I think Swaglands has potential to get at least a point or 2 off Macpro. But with Macpro's pick next, I think they're going to probably go down with maybe Fremont 2. And no, they go Fremont 3, kind of more anti-modish pick here. I believe it's our classic CS8. Or not, CS5 AR8
CS8?
map. Yeah, not CS8. Oh, God.
The circles are so small.
Instant banalings.
Yeah, the CS5 AR8 map. So basically, you're either picking a Hard Rock Precision map or the hidden reading map. You always get one of those in those Fremont pools. It's a mix of awkward aim and some finger control with short streams and wide angle jumps. It's really a mess to play if you're not completely comfortable in those specific skill sets.
Yeah, I mean, we do see. I don't know who the lineup's going to be for each team. I think Mike is probably going to put Crystal in there. I think on for sure the precision. If they only have one Hard Rock player, it's definitely going to be on Crystal. And I know Shiox and Ocarina, really good hidden players, if I'm not mistaken.
So far, Ocarina has been the standout player for Macapro, and really solid scores for him. And I'd like to see Crystal, as you said, go on the Hard Rock. Sorry, it's really one of his main skill sets, the Hard Rock Precision. He is one of the best players in the world at this skill set, so definitely a solid option. On Swagland's side, I probably guess someone like Sari could go Hard Rock. And Vesperit is okay. He's pretty good at hidden, actually. You can see Vesperit hidden.
I think we're gonna see Vesperit, Spicy on probably the hidden. I think we might see Too Slow on Hard Rock if Too Slow is slotted in here.
And here we go.
And looks like it's gonna be from Akipro, Ocarina, Shiox, Wu, and Crystal. Here from Akipro, Ocarina, Crystal on the Hard Rock, Shiox, Wu on the hidden. And for Swagland's kind of Monopoly, Vesperit, Spicy, Siri, and it's gonna be Siri and Spicy on the Hard Rock. It's actually triple Hard Rock.
Yeah, we see the huge overmod on Swagland's side, and also a big overmod for Team Macapro with 2 Hard Rock 2 hidden. Of course, we saw Crystal coming on the Hard Rock. Ocarina joined him. And this is looking to be a pretty Macapro favorite map so far. Very good accuracies on their side. Swagland's nothing to sneeze at. Also doing pretty well. Only Sari dropping so far.
I don't know if the... Well, Vesper is also going to drop too, unfortunately. I don't know if Swagland's really has the players to match Chris on the Hard Rock or Ocarina on the Hard Rock either. It's going to be a very tough fought battle for them, though.
With Monopoly dropping suddenly is looking really favorite for Macapro. So with the 4-way FC. This is looking like a very strong pick in this first third of the map. Only Wowie dropping Magic Vesperit on the hidden, but it's still 3 full combos to 1. Only Spicy now against the world. And Wowie drops once again, traded by Vesperit. The hiddens are definitely very hard. Sari's gonna drop. Only Wowie really struggling. All 3 players, Shiox, Ocarina, Crystal, really having a good time on this map.
Yeah, they have some pretty good accuracies. Ocarina and Crystal of 98%, Spicy on to 97%. And Makpa's just running away with this.
Look at Shiox go in the hidden.
Oh, and you cursed him too much.
I just had to say it. I just had to mix it. I'm so sorry. Once again, it is the 2 Hard Rock combos, and Spicy's dropped also, so it is 2-0. And we are going to see the score bar really shoot towards the left. this huge combo advantage. And really no rebuilding combo to speak of on Swaglands, unfortunately. Only Vesper at 200. Yeah, this was looking like a very strong pick from the start.
Yeah, this is pretty much I think Maki Pro probably gonna maybe not top score this, but they're really hard to compete on maps like these, on these anti-mod maps, because they pretty much have a 4-man roster for it.
Yeah, I gotta say, they're looking a lot scarier on this map than they were looking on Hard Rock 1 earlier. But look at those 2 amazing Hard Rock scores, and even the 2 hiddens. Even Wowie on the lowest score on the team is not doing too bad. Like, 300k may not seem like much, but on such a map, it's really, like, a pretty decent score.
For sure, he's actually, scoring higher than Vesper and Binopoly right now. But, yeah, not too much time left. About 20 more seconds left, and Mike already won this a long time ago. About to increase the score lead to almost 1 million.
We're looking to see this amazing team score come out on Maka Pro. And I don't want to say anything. Yeah, we do see Spicy trying to recover a little bit, but not going to be enough. I'm sorry, I don't want to say anything, but something is happening.
And yeah,
and
looks like we get the double FC.
And they get it. Oh my god. Crystal and Ocarina, the double Hard Rock FC. What a Chad move.
And 99% on Crystal is pretty much what Crystal is best known for on these really high mechanics type maps here. Very, very, very precise. I'll even put Crystal up against Karcher on Hard Rock 2 any day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Crystal, Karcher, 2 of the best Hard Rock Precisions players in the entire world. Very, very amazing score. And Ocarina, very, very close behind. 98.70 accuracy, also very, very impressive. And it is a perfect full combo on both of them. It is to be noted, look at Sari's accuracy actually. 99.14 on the Hard Rock. With 5 misses too, only 700s. That's actually insane. Like you could see some of these players on Swaglands did have a bit of comfort. Unfortunately, Sari really struggling on building large combos. We did see Vinopoly and Spicy also performing relatively well, even Vesper doing his best on the hidden. It was just not quite enough to match those 2 insane full combos on Hard Rock. And suddenly it's looking really, really hard now. It's do or die for Swaglands in this winner's bracket.
Yeah, it looks like, Swaglands compete with Maki Pro on almost every skill set, and it hasn't won a point yet, so it's looking very grim for them. I don't know what else they could really pick into. They lost on Fremont 3, they lost on DT2. I mean, the only thing they haven't competed against Maki Pro is ult, but if you play Nomad 3 or something like that, you already know the Crystal and the Lolos are going to come on the battlefield and absolutely crush the ult maps.
Yeah, against other teams, ult might not be the stupidest idea, because they do have Swaglands, they have a decent roster on ult. They have players like Non-Cycle, really, really good on ult. Sari also could come in and get a good score. But as you pointed out, the 2 Lolos, plus Crystal, plus, I don't know, probably Ocarina, again, he's playing so well, looking really like the all-rounder in this match. It would be really hard to compete against.
Looks like we're going to get the speed map. Yeah, I believe a 260 BPM burst.
270 this week, actually.
270.
Yeah, those early stage speed maps have like insanely high BPMs already. Like, it makes you wonder how the DT maps in late stage are going to look.
I'm going to get 300 BPM in grand finals.
Yeah, the speed meta definitely found its footing in the tournaments. You see those insane BPM maps so early in the tournament. Like 270 on round of 16 is unheard of.
You don't even see that on Corsair, I think. I feel like Corsair's gonna push the speed cap a lot higher this time around.
Oh yeah, you have so many good speed players these days, so definitely looking towards that.
All right, with DT3 picked, I think we're probably gonna see similar lineups from DT2. I think from Maki Pro, gonna see Rundy, Ocarina, Unaha, and David, and with Swagland's gonna probably see Vesper, Spicy, Too Slow. I don't know if Donit's gonna come in here.
Probably Donit, yeah. But you start to wonder if DT2 was really an underperformance, or if they're just not really good enough on speed, because they lost to DT2 by nearly 1 million points. So going for the other speed maps in this DT pool, maybe not the most confident strategy out there, but it's potentially their last pick, so they got to go with what they have.
I will say DT2 did have that finger control aspect in there, which can really trip some players up.
That's true. That's true. Also, it is to be noted it's to be noted that the AR is also lower than on the other DT maps, so this also could change a lot.
Yep. We're gonna be a little bit more dense here, but we do have the added BPM. So gonna be the first one to break right at the end of the intro section.
Not gonna be the worst miss in the world on it, also dropping, but it's very early in the map, and so far they have the big accuracy lead, as they are still holding to the combo lead despite dropping 2 combos.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with David here, but he's at 88%. I think the BPM is really getting to him.
Double miss, actually, Ocarina and Yunha. That's going to help Team Swaglands a lot in this early part of the map.
Still got 2 FCs on side Swaglands, only 2 on Maki Pro, but Swaglands does have the supporting and better accuracy as of right now, so it will be holding and growing that score lead for now.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. I'd like to see them get a point on the board. So far, it's looking likely. But those 2 early misses on Ocarina and Yunha, and as you pointed out, the low accuracy on David not helping Maki Pro's team score. Really, only Rundi holding on to, and even Rundi is kind of struggling also to some extent.
Actually, quite spicy. Rundi struggling with accuracy on this map. I would think this would be one of the maps I'd be more comfortable on. You find more break from Ocarina again, and Swaglands really has pretty good combo overall. Still got the 2 FCs on Spicy and Vesperate, but Tuso, Dana really helping the cause here with their combo and accuracies. Tuso does find a break along with Donnet, but as long as Spicy and Vesperate still hold against Rundi and David, they should be good, and David finds a break.
And it's now 2-1, looking really likely now to get a point on the board. The lead is still relatively slim. We see those recovery combos always missing. Vesperate is finally going to match Lolo. It is now Rundi against Spicy, but they can get it. The map is nearly over.
Spicy has 4% better AC than Rundi, so it should be a good point for Swaglands, but it's too slim to say right now.
Yeah, it's really close. It actually could go either way. Vesperate missing. Oh my god, it is so close.
And they do get the point, though. Although it's by a very slim 20,000 point margin, actually like 19,000 points.
Oh yeah, they definitely had to fight for this, but they do get it. And we did see a couple of these players not being fully comfortable. Too slow and Lolo 2 through 5. David really struggling on the accuracy a lot. And as you pointed out, Rundi was also kind of struggling despite the full combo, as you see the massive difference in score between him and Spicy. Vesperate also held onto a very, very respectable combo.
Rundi was feeling a little bit more comfortable and had a little bit better accuracy. I think a Maki Pro probably would have took it right there.
Yeah, it was really close. If Rundi had gotten maybe a 96% instead of 94, it would have gone into a 5-0 and a sweep. But we do see Swaglands get at least 1 on the board, and considering they've been looking fairly solid on those Hard Rock and Fremont maps, we could see a breakpoint.
Yep. I mean, Fremont 2 is still open for Swaglands. That's also kind of another speed map here. But as far as Maki Pro's next pick, I think all that's really left here is kind of like, got hit on 1, little anti-aim here, and we got no mod 3. Oh, Hard Rock 2, I thought that was banned out for some reason.
Hard Rock
okay.
2. Yeah, it's true. The overlay says our Hard Rock 2 is banned on Maki Pro's side actually, but I think their ban was free mod 1 if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. The map pool selector kind of went blank on me, so I took a guess.
I think it's free mod 1. There we go. Yeah, we are getting it confirmed in the chat. Thank you. Is going to be the Hard Rock 2 pick, and this is looking very, very favored towards Team Maki Pro with such a good Hard Rock roster.
Yeah, it's kind of alt solid pick here, Fremont 1. So yeah, definitely gonna see Crystal in here, and I think
Ocarina
we're probably gonna see, yeah, and I think David and David and Kurumi probably gonna hop in here too, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would agree with you, and probably going to see the same roster on Swaglands as we saw on the 3-mod map earlier with Sari and probably Spicy, Vinopoly.
Definitely, yeah, Swine's probably gonna put in all their Hard Rock players in here again, like some Fremont too. Definitely gonna see Crystal Ocarina on Hard Rock, Kurumi on the hidden, and if it is David, I think he's gonna go hidden also. If I remember correctly.
Sari had amazing accuracy on that 3-mod-3 map, so if she manages to find her footing and get the combo, she could probably match either Crystal or Ocarina.
I think it was actually Shiox on Fremont 3, but I don't know if they're gonna play Shiox in here.
Shiox was in for the hidden, so maybe not for the Hard Rock Precision.
Yeah, I guess if they did have to play a hidden player, probably would be Shiox more over David.
You also have Wowie, very, very competent hidden player, but not in for this map. And it is Shiox, actually. Nice call. And so we are seeing 2 slow Vinopoly, Spicy, Sari on the side of Swaglands against Crystal Ocarina, level 234, or Kurumi and Shiox. It is going to be the early miss on Shiox and Sari. Very, very early, so not going to be detrimental, but now we do see opening breaks on Ocarina and Shiox.
Is it just me, or do you see 4 Hard Rocks on the side of Swaglands? I thought each team had to at least have 1 hidden. But it looks like we got 8 Hard Rocks.
We're on the Hard Rock 2 map.
Oh my god. Why did I think this was free mod?
Happens to everyone. Don't worry about it.
Brain is in the sky right now. Oh man, it's actually quite a surprise to me now looking at it. Seeing Shiox play on Precision.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me, so we are seeing currently 2 FCs to none actually. I think no FCs on the side of Macapro. Ocarina drops once again, and we do see Vinopoly. Oh, Vinopoly had the highest combo. And it's a full reset for Swaglands now, and Shiox and Kurumi are still holding on to 3 and 200 combos. Shiox does drop though, so it is all on Kurumi now. If Swaglands can recover, this could still be doable. The score lead is fairly slim.
There goes too slow though. Really not too much combo inside Swaglands. Spicy. Next highest combo does go to everyone having a real hard time being consistent on this map. You know, don't blame them with these very long, weird shaped sliders though.
Yeah, this Hard Rock 2 is very, very tricky. We didn't really talk about the map. It is custom map, by the way, but it's very short, and this low BPM flow aim with high velocity sliders is really, really tricky to play. We see a lot of struggles on basically every player to build high combos. And currently Crystal with the highest combo in the lobby. And the highest score in the lobby, actually, which was pretty expected, and the only score above 500k actually in the entire lobby. And it's going to be the match point 1 for Macapro, taking this one 5-1 against Swaglands. Not all over for Swaglands. They are dropping to the losers bracket. I don't know who they're going to be playing, but I think considering today's performances, they definitely have a good shot at going far in the losers bracket.
Yep, and that's just going to be GG's. Maki Pro didn't quite get the 5-0 sweep. Luckily, Swaglands, I think they're just happy to get a point off Maki Pro. They have so many talented players on their team. It's really hard to compete against them.
Yeah, definitely. And this really, really solid Hard Rock roster we were talking about on Team Macapro, really showing their strengths into this match, picking both Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 2, taking them both. We see those 2 insane precision FCs on Ocarina and Crystal on the Fremont map. They know what they're strong at, and they're exploiting it, and that's very good. And so Macapro will be moving on to the 3rd round of winners bracket, and they will be facing, I believe, seed 4 of this tournament. Who is seed 4?
Seed 4, I'm gonna have to take a look here.
Qualifier sheet.
Yeah, qualifier sheet. Unfortunately, it's not on the main sheet. But seed 4 is gonna be Quit W.
Quit W. No, actually, they dropped to the loser bracket because they had to FF their first match, so it's not Quit W.
That's right. Oh, and then it would be, I think, I saw 32. It would be, I think, a Glory Hammer then.
Glory Hammer, so that will also probably be a doable match for them. But yeah, anyway, this is going to wrap it up for this match. GG to both teams. And Swaglin is going down not without a fight. Some of those maps were really, really close. And good luck to both teams.
And that's going to end it for the stream here. Next stream is actually going to be casted by Dio at 19 UTC, which is about an hour from now. So stay tuned for that and look out for the ping. I'm Firm Cheese, and with me I had Subaru Aruma, and we wish you a very good day and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.